It's hard to believe that Wednesday even happened. For those who for some reason missed it, GTA 6's trailer was announced to be coming out in early December. And I have to say, even till this day, it's kind of feeling a little surreal, but I think it's sinking in a bit more. That the bullshit that people have been spreading around for all these months have finally come to an end, and Rockstar has finally given us something official, rather than we having to go off news page 25,000 who believes that they have insider information from some dickhead on Reddit who decided that their mom is now the janitor at Rockstar Games and just wants to tell everyone when everything is coming. Do you sense some frustration there? Because I am. The tweet of Rockstar announcing that the trailer is coming is currently sitting at 167 million views, and if you needed any more confirmation that Rockstar was always going to announce a trailer or anything regarding GTA 6 in this fashion, look no further than those exact numbers. This is Twitter alone. It doesn't include all the other social medias that they have, as well as the fact that it's been shared around and mentioned literally millions of times. They understand the power of social media and just simply saying, hey, here's GTA 6, because that's all that they need. It's been very exciting to see all the developers also sharing their excitement about the fact that the game is finally being announced and shown off to the world. I have to give some credit to Morse Mutual on Instagram here for some of these screenshots regarding that. It's very cool to see developers being just as exciting about us to show us what they've been working on as we are to actually see the game for the very first time in a more official manner, and not because someone decided to use an Amazon Fire Stick to hack into Rockstar Games. You know, like you do. And with this, I've seen a lot of people go back to old trailer songs, old trailers themselves, and I started to think myself, like, how exactly is that very first trailer going to look like? And with that, I figured we would make a video about it. Based on all the first trailers that they've released for Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 5, GTA 4, and even going as far back as all the other games before that, we know that this is going to be a trailer that's going to show off the main protagonist of the game. The world. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something else, but I personally believe that if there's anything that's the main protagonist in a Rockstar game, it's the world. As cool as it is to ride around as Arthur Morgan and listening to the dialogue with the things that he said, the world is the main thing you're going to be spending the most time with. At the end of the day, Arthur or Michael, Franklin, Trevor, Nico, whoever, is just going to be the tool that you are going to be using to get around the world. I don't think there's been a moment in Red Dead Redemption 2 where you stood still and looked at what Arthur was doing. You looked in front of you, you saw those skies ahead of you, and you were like, wow, this is a great place to be. This is why the first trailer typically tends to show off the world and has a focus on that, with some wider shots about what we can expect in said world, with a slower to mid-tempo song and most likely also some dialogue from the main protagonist, which if you've not been sleeping under a rock, you would know that because of the leaks of last year, we know that there's two protagonists, which is Jason and Lucia. Which also means that who are they going to be using? I would personally argue that because of the leaks that have happened, it would make more sense to let both of them speak. But if you look back at GTA 5's trailer, the first trailer just had Michael speak, and while Franklin actually was in the trailer, Trevor was nowhere to be found, and it was just kind of teasing it, even though we, at the time, were completely clueless whether or not we had one or multiple playable characters. This wasn't until the second trailer where they actually had individual trailers for both Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. And then, of course, the almighty release date. When do I expect that we're going to be seeing the trailer? I personally think that the first week of December, being the 1st until the 7th, will be the most likely date we'll be seeing the trailer. Obviously, a lot of people are kind of like eyeballing the Game Awards. I don't really see Rockstar utilizing it, primarily because they don't have to. Like I mentioned before, the tweet is currently sitting on 167 million views on the tweet, announcing that the trailer is going to be a thing alone, which means that the trailer is going to be even crazier. Obviously, thanks to the power of social media, this can be shared around like crazy in rapid speed, so do they really need to have that quote-unquote hype moment at the Game Awards? I don't know. I mean, obviously, for the sake of like it being a hype moment during the Game Awards, or like a hey, one last thing type of beat, could be cool, but I think Rockstar will most likely just stick to their guns. If they're following the same thing they did with Red Dead Redemption 2, you would know that they might also do some teasering and some teaser images before the actual release date of the trailer itself will be revealed to us as well, so we can kind of live towards that. I would personally think that that will be the strategy that they might be utilizing again, but because it's been like actually more than 5 years since they really released like a new game or started to hype it up and announce it, with the rise and changes that have happened within social media and how much larger it has become and how much people rely on it nowadays, it's hard to tell, because obviously if it was just like, you know, a year after RDR2, we would probably kind of like have a better idea. But I think that personally there might be some teasering happening, like what they did with Red Dead Redemption 2 a day or two before, maybe on a Sunday even. We don't know. Like, it can literally happen between any of those days, in my opinion. The reason why as well is because we kind of know that GTA Online's next DLC is probably going to be happening on December 12th, which they obviously would have to announce and tease and, you know, show off as well, so people can get excited about that. So I personally see GTA 6 being announced before that, before we see the next GTA Online DLC, because with that excitement for GTA 6, that might carry over to the next GTA Online DLC, and that's where they kind of start feeding off each other, meaning that people might be wanting to go back to playing GTA Online because they are excited about GTA 6, especially after the season of all the new games having finally come out. This might actually be an idea to do. And last but most certainly not least, I would be surprised if we get a precise release date for the game. I think, like what they have done with all their previous games, they'll give like a rough ballpark on when we can expect it. A delay of a Rockstar game is basically the same as the sun rising in the morning. So when you see a release date in that trailer, don't take it too serious and possibly add up a few extra months so they can go, we need more polish. Please wait a little bit longer. Here's some more hype. I think the second trailer, or the second time we're going to hear an announcement, is most likely going to be a delay if it's following the path of what they've been doing with previous titles. The moment they show you a precise release date, though, is probably the moment that you will have an actual release date. But I guess, again, time will tell. As for platforms, I'd be shocked if they have a PC version coming out right away too, but I'm happy to be surprised, especially with how much larger the PC market has become. And I think it should be a nice thing to just immediately be able to play it on PC too. But because Rockstar is clever and they know that people will just buy the console version and then the PC version again, and that's how they've been making money for several years, I'd be shocked if the PC version launches alongside of those console versions on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Also, if there's a PS4 or Xbox One logo being shown after that trailer and they're releasing it for those platforms, I'm going to be concerned. Because if they're releasing this game on PS4, this game's potential is out of the fucking window. Maybe it's a bit doom and gloom, but I think it's really good for the game if we don't try to cater to those platforms again, because they're outdated, over 10 years old, and we're good. Anyways, those are my thoughts, expectations, predictions, and speculations. And make sure to let me know yours in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, and Notorious Jam. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.